Chosen one, tonight is not just another night. Something is stirring beneath the surface, something invisible but undeniable. The universe is shifting its frequency, and only those who are listening carefully will catch it. That is why you were led here. That is why you are being told to stay home, to shut down alerts, to protect your energy. You may already feel it, a strange heaviness in your body, a restlessness in your thoughts, a pressure in the air that you can't quite describe. That's not random. That's not just your imagination. That's the signature of a portal opening. Now, when most people hear the word portal, they think of something dramatic, a cosmic event flashing across the sky, thunder rolling, the world announcing it loudly. But that's not how it works. The most important portals open in silence. They appear as small cracks in the timeline, precise and delicate, only visible to those who are awake. Tonight, one of those cracks is forming. It's what we call a minor portal. Minor not because it is unimportant, but because it comes quietly, softly, without demand. It doesn't seek attention. It tests who is willing to pay attention. And chosen one, you have been prepared for this. The whispers in your soul, the strange dreams you've been having, the waves of fatigue and unease lately. All of it has been guiding you to this point. To recognize that tonight, you cannot live like it's just another evening. Staying home isn't just about safety. It's about sacred space. When you stay home, you remove yourself from the noise of the world, from the chaotic pull of people's demands, from the distractions that dilute your energy. And when you do that, your field becomes receptive. That's when the portal can meet you. If you ignore this and step outside into the noise, you won't notice anything at all. The portal won't slam in your face. It will simply pass you by. It will open and close while you are distracted. And later, you'll wonder why you feel stuck, why you missed the clarity you were waiting for. This is why you must shut down alerts. Every notification, every message, every demand on your attention is like a thief stealing energy from you. The portal's frequency is subtle. It requires a quiet field. If your mind is fragmented, you cannot hear it. So tonight, make a choice. Create silence. Put your phone away. Turn off the endless noise that tries to convince you it's urgent. Because nothing outside of you is more urgent than what is happening inside of you right now. Think of it like this. When you sit in silence, you are tuning your inner antenna. And tonight, that antenna can catch signals most people will never hear. These signals don't come in words. They come in impressions, visions, and feelings that settle deep in your chest. Perhaps it will come as a dream later tonight. Perhaps it will arrive as a sudden thought that feels out of nowhere. Or maybe it will be the release of an old memory, a final thread of the past snapping, leaving you lighter than before. These are not accidents. They are messages slipped through the portal. The universe is saying, chosen one, you've carried too much. You've been stretched too thin. You've been distracted from your path by noise that was never yours. This portal is a recalibration, a reset, a moment to reclaim your frequency. But it won't wait for you. It will not linger for days. It will open tonight and close tonight. And what you choose to do will decide whether you align with its gift or not. That is why you are here, listening, because part of you already knows this. You've been feeling the edge of something shifting. You've been sensing that time is moving strangely. Faster in some moments, slower in others. That's the timeline realigning. That's the mark of a portal. So trust what you feel. Trust that your unease is not weakness, but awareness. Trust that your restlessness is your soul's way of saying, something is about to shift. Prepare yourself. Stay home tonight. Chosen one. Guard your energy. Protect your field. Shut down the alerts that try to pull you out of alignment. Because when the knock comes, and it will, only those who are still enough will hear it. And if you are still, if you are ready, what comes through that knock will change the course of your days ahead. Chosen one. Understand this. Portals are not random. They are woven into time with precision. They open when cycles close, when energies need rebalancing, when your soul is ready for an adjustment. And tonight's portal is exactly that, a fine-tuned moment of alignment, designed for those who have prepared themselves through silence, through patience, through trust. But preparation does not mean perfection. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to be without flaws. What you need is willingness. Willingness to pause. Willingness to step away from noise. Willingness to believe that something invisible could be more real than everything screaming for your attention. This is why the universe calls you chosen. Because most people will not choose stillness. Most people will choose distraction, even when their souls beg for silence. But not you. You are being invited to step differently, to show that you value your energy enough to protect it, even when the world does not understand. Ask yourself this, chosen one, how many times have you felt drained after scrolling endlessly? How many times have you noticed that after hours of conversation, you had nothing left for yourself? How many nights have you gone to bed restless, your mind spinning with input that wasn't even yours? That is the price of constant noise. That is what keeps your fire dim. But tonight, something shifts. The portal is like a breath of fresh air after being underwater too long. It is subtle, yes, but it is powerful in how it clears your field. Imagine it as a gentle current pulling away debris from your energy, leaving behind only what is authentic. This is what you are stepping into if you stay still enough to feel it. Do not underestimate the cost of ignoring this. If you keep your alerts on, if you chase the noise, you will find yourself restless tomorrow, more unsettled than before. Not because you were punished, but because you missed the alignment you were offered. The opportunity was there, but you were too distracted to notice. And chosen one, your life has reached a point where missed alignments are no longer acceptable. You cannot afford to let the small cracks in time pass you by, because those cracks are where your destiny is written. Those cracks are where the universe slides in the details of your next chapter. Think of tonight's portal as a contract. Not a written contract, but an energetic one. The universe is asking, will you trust me enough to step away from the noise? Will you show that your frequency is more important than your notifications? Will you protect the fire I placed inside you? Your answer is not in words. It is in what you do tonight. Stay home. Close the door to distractions. Turn the phone off if you must. Light a candle. Sit in the quiet. And simply listen. That is all the portal requires of you. No dramatic ritual. No forced ceremony. Just sincerity and silence. And what happens if you listen? A clarity you didn't expect will arrive. A thought that solves what's been weighing on you. A release of an old burden you thought you'd never shake. Or even just a deep peace that tells you you are exactly where you need to be. These are the gifts the portal brings. But here is the deeper truth. Portals do not only affect you. They ripple into the collective. When you align tonight, when you shut down alerts and receive what the universe whispers, you also anchor that frequency for others. You become a stabilizer, a light in the noise. Without even trying, your stillness helps balance the energy around you. This is why your role as a chosen one matters. Because what you do in silence tonight creates waves others cannot see but will feel. And that is how destiny works. Not in the loud moments, but in the hidden ones. So if you feel tempted to ignore this, remember, it is bigger than you. Your alignment tonight might be the very shift someone else needs, though they will never know you were the one holding the line. That is the quiet responsibility of being chosen. Chosen one, this is not a warning meant to scare you. It is an invitation meant to prepare you. Tonight, you are being handed a threshold. Step into it with reverence. Treat the quiet as holy. Let the fire within you breathe without interruption. Because when you do, you will not only receive clarity, you will remember who you truly are. Stay home, shut down alerts, honor the portal. Your future self will thank you for the decision you made tonight. Chosen one, as midnight approaches, the portal begins to thin the veil. The air itself may feel heavier or strangely quiet. It isn't just your imagination. The field around you is shifting, creating a narrow passage where energy and information can cross. This is not a spectacle for the eyes. It's a subtle alignment for the soul. You won't see fireworks. You won't hear trumpets. Instead, you may feel a soft vibration in your chest, a sense that time has slowed, or even a sudden chill in the air. These are signs that the portal is active. Remember, this portal is described as minor, only because it doesn't come with external drama, but internally it can move mountains. One insight at the right moment can redirect an entire path. One release of energy can free you from years of stagnation. One vision can plant the seed for the next chapter of your life. This is why silence matters. If you are too busy reacting to the outside world, you will not notice the signs. The messages of this portal are whispers, not shouts. They require your attention, your willingness to listen beneath the noise. So what should you do as the portal opens? Keep your environment simple. Turn off unnecessary lights. Close the digital doors. Make your space comfortable but uncluttered. Your external environment reflects your internal one. When your space is calm, your spirit can open. Sit in stillness for a while. If thoughts rush in, let them pass without judgment. You are not here to control your mind tonight. You are here to allow your frequency to adjust to the new alignment. It's like tuning an instrument. You don't force the strings, you gently adjust until the note is true. As you sit, pay attention to the small shifts, the sudden memory that surfaces, the emotion that wells up without reason, the image that flickers in your mind's eye. These are not random. They are part of the download. The portal tonight is like a cosmic courier. It delivers exactly what your soul has been waiting for, but only if you are ready to receive it. And readiness is not about doing more. It's about doing less. It's about creating stillness so the message can land. This is the paradox most people miss. They believe transformation must be loud, dramatic, undeniable. But in truth, the most powerful changes often arrive quietly, disguised as small moments of awareness. That is what tonight holds for you. If you obey the call to stay home and shut down alerts, you will leave space for the portal to work with you. You will feel lighter. You will wake tomorrow with clarity, even if you can't explain it yet. And in the days to come, choices will feel easier. Doors will open naturally. The alignment you receive tonight will ripple outward into your life. But if you ignore it, the opposite unfolds. You will feel scattered, restless. You'll sense that something passed you by, though you won't be able to name it. And the weeks ahead will feel heavier, because the small correction you needed tonight was missed. Chosen one, you don't need to fear missing it. You only need to choose wisely. That choice is in your hands. No one else can make it for you. Not family, not friends, not mentors. Only you can guard your energy. Only you can step into the silence that allows the portal to touch you. And when you do, you will understand why this message reached you tonight. It wasn't a coincidence. It was an alignment. The universe knew you were ready, even if you doubted yourself. So trust the process. Trust the silence. Trust that your willingness to pause tonight is building a foundation that will carry you far beyond this moment. Chosen one, there is one more truth you need to understand about tonight's portal. It is not just opening for you, it is opening for the collective. But not everyone will notice. Not everyone is tuned in. That is the difference between the chosen and the unaware. When you choose silence, you are not only aligning yourself, you are anchoring the energy for others. Your willingness to unplug, to step into sacred quiet, helps stabilize the field for your family, your community, even strangers who will never know your name. That is the hidden responsibility of being chosen. Think about it this way. When you bring calm to your own spirit, you ripple calm into the world. When you release noise from your field, You create space for clarity to enter the collective. That is why the universe calls you to these moments, not to isolate you, but to empower you. Tonight, as the minor portal opens, you are writing new codes into your timeline. You are whispering to the universe, I am ready. I am aligned. I choose clarity over chaos. That whisper may feel small, but its echo travels across time. In the coming days, you will notice shifts. A sudden conversation that reveals hidden truth. A door that closes without explanation, making room for something better. An opportunity that seems to arrive out of nowhere. These are the after effects of the portal. They are proof that you chose correctly. Do not dismiss them as coincidences. Nothing that happens in the aftermath of alignment is random. Every detail is threaded with intention. Every moment is a mirror of the choice you made to guard your energy. And yet, chosen one, remember this too. Portals test you. Tonight, you may feel the urge to break your silence, to check your phone, to scroll for comfort. That temptation is not an accident. It is resistance. It is the old frequency asking, will you really let me go? You must answer with action, not words. Stay firm. Stay still. Choose the quiet, even when it feels uncomfortable. Because discomfort is a sign that something inside you is breaking free. That's the old noise losing its grip. The universe never asks you to do more than you can handle. Tonight, it is not asking for labor. It is not asking for performance. It is asking for one simple act: presence. If you can give yourself that gift, the portal will meet you halfway. And when it does, chosen one, you will remember this night as a turning point. Not because something loud happened, but because something quiet shifted. And that quiet shift will grow roots, deep and unseen, until it blossoms into change you cannot ignore. So, here is your final reminder. Stay home, shut down alerts. Protect the fire that has always burned inside you. The world will still be there tomorrow. But tonight, you are being called somewhere higher. Trust the silence. Trust your readiness. Trust the portal. And when you wake tomorrow, step forward knowing you honored the alignment meant only for you. Because the truth is simple. The chosen don't wait for miracles to shout. They listen for the whispers. And tonight, those whispers are calling your name. Chosen one, if you made it here, it means you are serious about your alignment. It means you didn't just stumble into this message. You were guided. And the reason is simple. The universe is weaving you into a higher timeline. And tonight's portal is one of those precise stitches. Think about how many people will go through this night without noticing a thing. They will scroll endlessly. They will drown in noise. They will numb themselves until the subtle whispers pass them by. But not you. You showed up. You listened. You allowed yourself to hear what most will never hear. That alone tells you something about your path. You were not built to live in the chaos of constant alerts. You were not designed to scatter your energy across every distraction. You were chosen because you could hold stillness in a restless world. And that is what you did tonight. The portal may not have announced itself with fireworks, but you will feel it in the days to come. You will sense the small but sharp adjustments it made to your field. You will notice doors that close gently, not to punish you, but to redirect you. You will notice moments of clarity, where confusion once lived. You will notice that your inner fire feels steadier, less fragile, more alive. And you must remember, this did not happen by accident. It happened because you made a choice. You shut down the noise. You guarded your energy. You honored the instruction that came to you through this message. That is how alignment works. Not through force, but through obedience to the subtle pull of your soul. Now, chosen one, let me speak plainly. This is not the last portal you will encounter. More will open. Some small, some large. Some personal, some collective. And each one will carry the same demand. Protect your frequency. Every time you choose silence over noise, you prove you are ready for the next level. Every time you honor stillness, you strengthen your connection to the universe. But the world won't make it easy. It will keep throwing noise at you. Notifications, demands, conversations, obligations, all designed to keep you distracted. That's why this discipline matters. Tonight is not just about one portal. It's about training your spirit to remember that silence is always your power. Ask yourself, how many times have you lost your fire because you gave your attention away too freely? How many times did you doubt your path because you were listening to voices that didn't understand you? How many times did you delay your breakthrough because you couldn't step away from the noise long enough to hear yourself? Tonight was the antidote to all of that. Tonight was a reset. When you wake tomorrow, pay attention to how you feel. Lighter? Calmer? More aware? Even if you can't explain it, trust it. The subtle changes tonight will grow roots in your life. And when they bloom, you will look back and realize that this minor portal was not minor at all. It was the hinge that swung a larger door open. And let me remind you of something important. You are not alone in this. The chosen ones across the world are receiving the same call. Some listened, some didn't, but you did. That means you are part of a frequency family, unseen yet deeply connected. Every time you honor your silence, you strengthen not only yourself, but the entire collective of those walking this path. You may not know their names. You may never meet them. But together, your alignment creates ripples that reshape the world. That is how chosen ones work. Quietly, powerfully, unseen yet undeniable. So don't doubt the significance of what you did tonight. Don't minimize your choice. Silence is not passive. It is active. It is a shield. It is a weapon. It is a declaration that your frequency matters more than anything that tries to scatter it. Chosen one, carry this truth with you into tomorrow. You are not missing out by shutting down alerts. You are not falling behind. You are moving ahead, faster, clearer, lighter, because you are aligned. Those who chase the noise will keep running in circles. But you are walking a direct path toward your purpose. Let me give you one final image to hold. Imagine your inner fire as a flame in a dark room. Every time you give in to noise, the flame flickers, pulled by the wind of distraction. But every time you protect it, every time you turn away from the noise, every time you stay home, every time you guard your silence, the flame steadies. It grows stronger. It lights the room around you. And one day, it will burn so brightly that no amount of noise can shake it. That is where you are headed. So tonight, let this portal remind you, your frequency is too precious to be wasted. Your attention is sacred. Your fire is worth protecting. You don't need to announce it to the world. You don't need anyone's approval. All you need is your own decision to choose silence over noise, alignment over chaos, clarity over confusion. Chosen one, if this message resonated with you, speak it into reality. Type, "I choose alignment" in the comments. Affirm your path, anchor your decision, and if you are ready to walk deeper into this journey, subscribe and stay connected. Because more portals will open, and you will not want to miss the guidance that comes with them. You've come too far to turn back now. Tonight was proof that you are ready for more. So protect your fire, guard your silence, walk with confidence, because the universe is not just watching you, it is partnering with you. And remember, this was never about a minor portal. It was about your major awakening. Chosen one, before you leave this space tonight, take a moment to ground what you've just received. A portal has opened, and you have stepped into it by listening, by honoring silence, by protecting your frequency. Don't let this alignment fade away once the video ends. Seal it in your reality. The simplest way to do that is through declaration. Drop a "I choose alignment" in the comments right now. That single act is more than words on a screen. It is you anchoring your intention into the timeline. Every affirmation you type becomes a ripple, a message to the universe that you are serious about this journey. If this message reached you, it means you are not walking this path alone. The chosen ones across the world are gathering here, finding each other, supporting each other through silence and alignment. When you share your presence in the comments, you strengthen not just your own energy, but the entire collective frequency. And chosen one, if your spirit felt this message, don't let it be the last time you receive guidance like this. Subscribe right now and turn on all notifications. Why? Because the universe doesn't move once and stop. It moves in cycles, in portals, in whispers that appear again and again. Every time you return here, you step into another alignment designed to take you deeper. And I promise you, what's ahead is even more powerful than what you've just experienced. Your silence tonight was an act of courage. Your decision to unplug was an act of devotion. But your next step is consistency. These teachings, these reminders, these alignments, they are a path, not a moment. And if you stay connected here, you will not miss the next door that opens. So here is your action plan. Chosen one. First, affirm it in the comments. I choose alignment. Second, subscribe and make sure you are ready for the next message that comes. Third, share this with someone you know who needs it. Because maybe, just maybe, you are the portal through which they will find their own awakening. Do not underestimate the power of sharing. The universe often uses you as a messenger for someone else's breakthrough. When you share this, you are planting seeds in another soul's path. Seeds that may grow into the clarity they've been begging for. And finally, chosen one, commit to yourself beyond tonight. Carry this silence into your days. Practice turning away from noise. Practice tending your inner fire. The more you do this, the more unstoppable you become. So comment, subscribe, share, and most importantly, keep walking with your head high and your energy guarded. Because you are not just hearing these words, you are living proof that the chosen ones are rising. Your fire is alive. Protect it, nurture it, and let it shine. Chosen one, let me remind you of something powerful. You were never meant to blend into the noise. You were never designed to be another face in the crowd. Your very existence is proof that the universe plants fire in quiet places, and that fire was placed in you. Look at your life for a moment. Think about all the times you felt like the outsider, like you didn't fit, like the world's rhythm was too chaotic for your spirit. That wasn't rejection. That was redirection. It was the universe showing you that your frequency is different, higher, more delicate, and more potent than most. That is why silence feels like home for you. Because in silence, you are reminded of who you really are. You don't need the noise to validate you. You don't need the approval of the world to confirm your worth. Deep down, you've always known you carry something sacred. And it shines brightest when the distractions fade. You have been through enough storms to know this truth. The fire inside you does not die. It may flicker, it may dim, it may feel buried under the weight of obligations and noise, but the fire is still there, waiting for you to tend to it, waiting for you to choose it over everything else. And when you choose it, everything changes. Doors that seemed locked begin to open. Relationships that drained you begin to dissolve. Paths that were hidden begin to reveal themselves. Because the universe does not withhold clarity from you. It simply waits for you to become still enough to receive it. Chosen one, you don't need to compete with the noise. You don't need to chase opportunities, approval, or recognition. All of that comes naturally when you are aligned. Your only task is to guard your frequency like it is the most precious treasure you've been given. Because it is. Every time you say no to noise, you are saying yes to clarity. Every time you silence your phone, you turn up the volume on your soul. Every time you step away from distraction, you step closer to destiny. That is the discipline of the chosen. So don't think of tonight as small. Don't think of staying home and shutting down alerts as insignificant. These small acts are the foundation of great transformations. They are the proof that you are ready. They are the reason the universe will trust you with bigger doors, louder miracles, greater alignments. And here's the motivation you need to hold. You are stronger than the noise. The world may tempt you, but your spirit is unshakable. The world may pull at you, but your roots are deep. The world may distract you, but your vision is clear. You don't bend to the chaos. You bend the chaos to your peace. Chosen one. Breathe that truth in. Feel it settle in your chest. Tonight is not about what you avoid. It is about what you protect. And what you protect tonight will grow into the very life you've been waiting for. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. And if you trust the silence tonight, the days ahead will prove it.